about another second year back in Pittsburgh in 2019 who was also named Jaylen.
Mm-hmm.
If we all remember Jaylen Samuels, and if we all remember his pre-2019 hype, Jaylen Samuels was getting a ton of hype too because he had a very productive rookie year on limited touches. Um, so let me just bring up some of the stuff I was looking at. I'll save that one. Where is it? Here we go. So yeah, let's bring this right up here.
Oh, do you know what I forgot about him too? I site searched Jaylen Samuels, and of course, some of these headlines are hilarious. But I forgot he also have tight end eligibility when he first came onto the scene?
I feel like he did, yeah, because Warren and Samuels, so they had pretty different roles. I know Samuels was bigger, a bigger build too, but I can't remember if he like played tight end in college and was like
He did. Oh yeah,
kind
no.
of,
So I do have an article. Let's see if that was me. Yeah, it was me actually. December 2018. So James Conner owners, his backup, Jaylen Samuels, 8% listed as RBTV on Yahoo. And so that like when I think Connor was banged up around the end of that season, that's when everyone was like, "Oh, we can get who's like the original Taysom Hill."
yeah. Here we go with 2023 Jaylen Warren's like he's talked about like he's one of the best handcuffs in the league going into the year, just like Jaylen Samuels was going into 2019. And so I got some numbers here. Yeah, Jaylen Warren is a rookie. Like this hype's kind of warranted. 4.9 yards a carry, yards after contact per attempt, 3.08 yards. 28 catches on 32 targets, so really efficient on the targets. High catch rate, 1.24 yards per route run, and 24.5% of his yards were breakaway yards. Okay, here's Jaylen Samuels 2018 as a rookie, 4.57 yards per carry, 2.63 yards after contact per attempt. So, to Warren's credit, he's got missed tackles forced, and he's got this yards after contact thing going for him that Samuels didn't. But 2018, Jaylen Samuels a better catch rate than what we saw from Jaylen Warren last year, getting 26 catches on 29 targets. I think he had 3 scores too. A better yards per route run, 1.53, and a better breakaway yards percentage, 34.4. So here's another guy, Jaylen Samuels, I believe was a day 3 draft pick. And these guys just how can you not like get into the narrative sometimes with these guys when they have these kind of rookie years on very limited touches? It just can get you salivating about what could be if they get like any kind of workhorse role, or if they're that gives them one of the best handcuff kind of labels to where if the guy ahead of him goes down and this guy gets like 65% of the snaps, like here's your RB1 handcuff right here. Well, I don't know if it was just an offseason of tape that teams got or what, but so Jaylen Samuels didn't jump off the page either as far as raw athleticism, raw speed, or anything like that, just like Jaylen Warren really doesn't. And in his second year, Jaylen Samuels went from 4.7 yards per carry to 2.62, 2.42 yards a carry in his 4 starts. Now, it's worth bringing up, that was the year that Ben Roethlisberger got hurt for the year for his elbow week 1. So they were going with like Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges and shit.
The Duck.
Yeah, but James Conner, this dude was hurt with one thing or another constantly the entire season. I forget how many games he missed, like 5 or 6, whatever. James Conner could still muster up 4 yards a carry in that Mason Rudolph, Duck Hodges led offense in 2019. And you saw yards after contact fell to 2.21. Yards per route run was similar, but zero breakaway yards for Jaylen Samuels in 2019. So, that's kind of the thing that sticks out to me clearly. Obviously they're 2 different guys, right? But there's so much hype going on with Jaylen Warren right now. You have to consider all angles. And CJay, you shared with me, You share with me. That was an interesting article from Player Profile diving into before was it like right before Jaylen Warren was drafted? They got some they were doing some efficiency metrics with Jaylen Warren, and like that was a it was an interesting article. But then like you go, well, he hits 100% of these metrics as a pure runner. It's like, okay, that's cool and all, but like look at the riveting names on this list who met their metrics. Like
Yeah.
like sad that Darius Geist, like, yeah, he could have been a thing.
Yeah,
I was
I
actually a Kenneth
agree.
Dixon believer there for a minute too. But like, what's
What